Alright, 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM listeners, you already know what time it is. It is 8:30 p.m. on the east and 5:30 p.m. on the west, and we got the one, the only, the king of the underground. We got Mac Juice right here, right now, on the line. How are you doing this evening?
Man, I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good, man. It's hot as hell in California, but I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me on your platform, bro.
Hey man, you are most certainly welcome. First and foremost, I gotta say, man, I wish we can trade. You know, right now here in Canada, man, everything is transitioning actually into winter. And I'm not gonna lie to you, man, I miss the beach days. I miss, kicking it on the beach and going swimming and fishing. So, man, if it was possible that we could trade, I'd most definitely send some of that cold air right down to California for you.
Hey, man, I appreciate it because it's been I need it.
You know what I mean? One thing I do got to ask you, man, before we jump into this, man, because I saw this. This isn't really pertaining to music, but I saw this actually on your Instagram. And personally, I'm an Oakland Raiders fan. Well, now Las Vegas Raiders fan myself. But I noticed that you actually met McKinney. I have to ask you, man, what was it like actually meeting him, bro?
Man, you know what? I met him inside of Walmart, because every year you got like former Raider players. You know, they set up shop, they merchandise and the memorabilia in Walmart. And I just got to talking to him, and man, it was cool. You know, my mom was a Raider fan. My uncle was a Raider fan. You know, man, I when I played Pop Warner football growing up, you know, I played for the Florida Raiders. So, man, it was just special. Always love the Raiders, man. Whether win or lose, man. And I know we've been losing for a long time. But to get back to your question, man, good dude. You know, got to pick his brain. You know, a real good dude, man. It was fun and exciting for me to meet that man.
And you know what, man? It just proves that no matter how big you are, everybody in some way, shape, or form has to hit up a Walmart.
Hey, most definitely, that guy. You human at the end of the day. You know, everybody needs toilet paper to wipe their ass, toothbrush to brush your teeth, toothpaste. You know what I'm saying? Food to eat. You know, it's only right, man.
And one thing I gotta ask, man, pertaining to the Raiders, man, how do you feel about them moving from Oakland to Las Vegas? I know it's not really too far away. I think like LA to like Las Vegas is like 4 hours away, I think. But like, what's your take on it actually moving to a different state?
You know, I kind of wish they kind of would have got the deal done and everything in Oakland because, you know, the Raiders is originally from Oakland, you know what I'm saying? But I don't feel no type of way for it, you know what I'm saying? They got a brand new stadium, you know, a new change of scenery. You know, I can't be mad, you know? Hey, man, you know, what's the slogan? You know, once a Raider, always a Raider. So, man, you know, I'm rocking with that, man.
Hey man, most definitely. I caught the game last night, man. They were doing a great job last night, man. They kicked my favorite team's ass, so you know.
Yeah, man. I man, it's been it kind of like the ugly when Jelly when Shark got fumbled. I was like, not again. We can't have this. But you know, they gave the ball back to him. He got the chance to redeem himself, and man, it was looking good. You know, Derek Carr finally looking good. You know, they got weapons around him. You know what I'm saying? The offensive line is always strong. And, man, you know, the sky's the limit from here.
Man, most definitely, man. And jumping into the music tip of things, man, I have to ask you, what made you decide to get into music initially, bro?
Man, I just the love. Just being as a kid, I grew up listening to Long Days of Harmony, Tupac, Mac Mall, you know, just even the rappers that was on TV at that time. You know what I'm saying? This love hip hop music, rap music at the time, and I was just like, you know, writing, you know, expressing yourself. You know, it was always fun to go into a recording studio and just you know, just rapping. I always wanted to have fun with it. It never was about the money, you know. At some point in time, I was like, oh, man, I want to do this. I want to get the women, the money, the girls, and all that. But, you know, that's a fantasy. You know, that's smoke and mirrors, you know, because once you see all that, then what? It's like, you know, it's like you forget who you is. And, you know, man, I'm me at the end of the day. So, you know, I always just love music, hip hop music, rap music, jazz, R&B. I just love music, man.
And that's the best way to look at it, man. You know what I mean? You said a few individuals that I'm huge fans of as well, man, like Tupac and Bone Thugs. Man, Bone Thugs is one of my favorite hip hop groups of all time, man. You know what I mean? They actually caught me off guard with that whole, I think it was like the wing sauce or something. They were actually gonna be called Boneless Thugs in Harmony or something. It caught me off guard, man. I really thought they were changing their name.
Yeah, man. Bone Thugs, my auntie Nunu put me on Bone Thugs. She was a real big of Bone Thugs and Tupac fan. And, I was right there. Rewinding the tapes back to back. You know what I'm saying? I think one of my first. Do you remember when they had the CDs when you could go in store and purchase like the singles, but on the CD you had the radio version, you had the album version, then you had the acapella and the instrumental. One of my first CDs was Bone Thugs and Harmony. So yeah, I remember that.
Man, those were the good old days, man, back when you get them single CDs. Now, if you get one of them single CDs, they're worth a freaking fortune, man.
Yeah, most definitely, yeah. Yup.
And I have to ask you, man, like quickly, like what MC actually influenced you to get in the music industry? The reason why I ask that, I don't normally ask this type of generic question, but I've really been listening to your music, man, when you've been submitting them. Our audience has been loving it as well. The reason why I'm asking this is because you are phenomenal on the microphone, man. Like you really do deserve your flowers, bro.
Man, bro, I appreciate that, man. I really do. I really do. Like I said, man, long time ago, man, I told myself, man, I'm just gonna leave it alone. It was always a dream of mine, a lack of determination, a lack of belief in myself, and then to be honest with you, man, I just started hanging around my elementary, my middle school friend, Cameron Golden, and bro, he do his rap thing, and I just fell back in love with it again. And but to get back to your question, I gotta say Tupac. It was a mixture of everybody. Like I said, I'm from the Bay Area. I grew up in Vallejo, California. So the rappers at that time, you had Mac Mall. You had Bay Area rappers. You know what I'm saying? 3 Times Crazy, E40. You know what I'm saying? Mac Dre. I didn't start catching on to Mac Dre until I got a little older. But the first some of the music I heard, was Mac Mall and Pac. Like I said, Bone Thugs, and like I said, I've always been a fan of music, so I just, steady rappers. They flows and stuff, and what they was talking about, the subject matter. And I always felt like I wanted to make something dope. I always felt like the songs that kind of touched me was the songs that had a message in it. Instead of the ones that's the shoot 'em up, bang bang. You know what I'm saying? The ones that really like touch the nerve. You know what I'm saying? And I always just stuck to that. And it always stuck with me. Making music. It's always good to be yourself. At all times.
And also, man, in 2016, you actually released the Fuck These Devils project, man. I have to ask you, what was the inspiration behind that project? And of course, man, where can our listeners actually check out that project?
To be honest with you, I was around 2016. That time, I was in school to become a pharmacy tech, and somebody, I asked him, one of my classmates, he was he do artwork. So actually, that was artwork for a song I never released, and so it was just artwork. It wasn't no project or anything. The inspiration, with the things that's going on in America now, I feel like it always been going on. So it was just me. It was just gonna be a simple song, me speaking on the subject matter and whatnot. That's all. But yeah, like I said, it was more so of a single cover. It wasn't a project or anything like that.
And I have to ask you, man, do you think like down the line you might actually use that cover for a project, or is that just something you just tossed on the back burner?
I might still use it. I might not, depending on how I'm feeling. You know, I still might use it. I gotta find it. It's on one of my little hard drives. You know what I'm saying, or in my email. You know, so I probably definitely still might use it. Most definitely, because I feel like I feel like I got something to say. So yeah, most definitely.
And I also saw a video on your Instagram as well from behind the scenes of Cam Golden's "Go Get It" music video, man. I have to ask you, how did you get connected with him, man? Because he seems like a fun guy to hang out with, judging by that video.
Man, that's the same. That's the same exact person that like I said, that we've been friends since elementary school. We used to go to Cooper. I used to go to Cooper too, but we've been friends, since junior high. Just going over each other's house, playing video games and just listening to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? When we was younger, we used to go to the it was a retail music store in Vallejo called the Warehouse. So he was real big on like Death Row and everything, Corrupt. He was a real fan of Death Row, and just hooking back up with him, loving music, doing music. You know what I'm saying? Doing what we love to do. That's really about it. Just doing what we love to do, having fun.
Hey, man, that's the best way to do it, man. Especially when you haven't saw someone in a long time, man. Linking back up is sometimes the best thing to do, man, to rekindle a friendship.
Most definitely, and most definitely, and he's an artist on the rise out here in the Bay Area. The fans should check him out. He has some good music out there too as well.
And also, man, you actually did some work with Actual as well, man. I have to say, Actual's a phenomenal artist. You actually have a song out called "Freaky with You," man, featuring Actual. I have to ask you, what's the story actually behind that song? And of course, how did yourself and Actual get connected?
Man, I've been listening to the Outlaws. I love listening to the Outlaws. I grew up on the Outlaws. Like I said, I'm a pop fan as well. And just the Outlaws music. One day I was just sitting in my room around that time, maybe like around like 2017 or 2018, and I was like, man, who is this? Who is this singing? And I looked it up, and it was Actual. So I go on my Twitter and I reach out to him, and I'm like, hey man, I need a hook, and ever since then, but we just been working. I got another song out now called "Another Day" featuring Actual. So the relationship with me and Actual is great. He's a talented, amazing artist. I love working with that brother, and man, he's phenomenal at what the hell he do, man. I love that man, bro. He's very talented, real cool dude, down to earth.
And also, man, with the new single that you actually just dropped, man, I have to ask you as well, dude. Like, where can our listeners actually check that out? Because I'm gonna tell you, man. I've been listening to it myself, man. I gotta say, it's absolute fire, man. You and Actual, I really think down the line, man, you guys should do a record together because you guys have phenomenal chemistry together on the tracks.
Hey man, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, bro. Lord willing, hopefully me and Actual, we could work on that later down the line. I'd love to if he open to it. I'd love to work, to do a whole EP or album with that man. Like I said, man, and that respect for Actual. Like I said, he's amazing and talented artist. But it's everywhere. Spotify, YouTube Music, iTunes, Apple Music, it's everywhere.
Most definitely, everyone. So everyone that is listening right here, whether it's live or on demand, make sure you check out that single. And if you can actually, afford $1, $2, make sure you support the real and snag yourself a copy of that single as well, man. Because you know what? I'm telling you, that's a history-making single. So make sure you cop it while it's hot.
Man, appreciate that, man. Y'all make sure y'all go support me, man. Only 99 cents. I know y'all be listening to these rappers. All of them got money, and everybody got money, posting on Instagram, man. It wouldn't hurt to spend $1, man, with your boy Mac Juice, man. I surely really appreciate it.
And, man, also, you got a record coming as well, man. I know I created the cover for it, that's how I know, but I haven't really saw you release it. So if I bring it up, man, and you want to be like, yo, man, I don't want to talk about it yet, it's all good. But you actually have a record that's coming soon titled Through My Four Eyes Volume 2. I have to ask you, man, what can our listeners expect from this particular record? And of course, when is the when is like when is it expected to drop?
I'm looking forward to the release. Through My Four Eyes, Volume 2. Uh, October-ish, maybe November. I got maybe like a few songs that I still need to finish. And once that, bro, I'm just gonna drop it. But the listeners, they can expect more growth from me, more growth. I'm really more and more songs. Like I think the Volume 1 had like 8 or 9. This one is gonna be like maybe like 12, 14. And the listeners, they can expect just growth from the music. You know, it's me. It's no. I really don't have nothing on there. You know, for the ladies, it's just purely hip hop. You know, really just me, just being myself. As always, being myself as always. And man, you know, that's. I think that album right there, that's gonna get the attention of a lot of people.
So I have to ask you, what is next for Mac Juice, man? Like, is there anything I happen to miss during this interview? Anything else you still want to promote? Will we still have you here live on 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM?
Oh man, you know what's next for me, man? I'm just gonna continue to keep dropping music, keep making good music that the people want to hear. You know, we live in a climate era of music where everything's kind of watered down. You know, and I know it's an audience for everything, but man, if y'all want to hear good music, man, just stay tuned in to me. I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? I got y'all. I'm the people's champ. You know what I'm saying? I rock with the people. I put my shoes on. And tie my shoes on like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that special about me. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, positivity. You know, that's what I'm pushing. You know what I'm saying? To help music to help you to get through your day or whatever you may going through, or you know, give you some game. You know what I'm saying? Some information that you know that might help your situation. You know what I'm saying? you know.
So, Mac Juice, this is the time in the interview, brother, that I give a chance for the individual that slides into the 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM airwaves. Just a chance to give shoutouts to whomever they want to give shoutouts to, and also your social media handles. That way our listeners can follow you and stay updated on everything Mac Juice if they're not already doing so.
Most definitely. My Twitter is at MacJuice88. My Instagram is at MacJuice88. Y'all follow me. You know, y'all can ask me anything, and now it's all good with me. It's all love with me.
And I gotta say, Mac Juice, first and foremost, man, thank you so much for taking the time out of your evening and coming on Outlaw Radio FM, man. It truthfully was an honor and most definitely a privilege, man. I'm looking forward to talking with you and building with you further, man. Thank you so much and have yourself a wonderful night.
Hey man, shout out to you, DJ Ramon, because you always showing me love ever since I met you. So man, salute to you, shout out to you, bro. Thank you for having me on your platform. Man, I truly appreciate it, bro.
Hey man, you are most certainly welcome. I will actually have the replay for this interview back to you within the hour, man, so that way you can check it out and share with your peoples and then get the opportunity to tune in, bro.
Oh man, that's amazing. I've been having people asking me about the interview, you know what I'm saying? So I told them I checked out your previous interviews, you know, and man, I told them I got y'all. Don't even trip. So yeah, they most definitely can run this back and listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely, man. Like I said, bro, it's an honor. I appreciate you, and thank you. I want to say thank you, bro, for real. I mean that. Thank you.
Hey man, you are most certainly welcome, bro. I look at it as if you're the definition of real hip hop and you bring that real hip hop substance to the table, people like yourself is always welcome on my station, man, because I want to help preserve hip hop, man. And if you have the same morals as me, you're most definitely getting an opportunity.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what it's all about, bro. It's hip hop. It's music. You know what I'm saying? It's music. No music supposed to make you feel good. You could music. You supposed to, you know, with certain music, it release an emotions. You know what I'm saying? And depending on who I'm working with or what kind of beat I'm picking out, I like to talk about what I'm going through or what I've seen or what I've been through. You know, if I'm having a shitty ass day, you know, that was the concept for that song, Another Day, because, man, I was thankful for another day because it could be worse than what it is.
That is most definitely true, man. That is most definitely true. I gotta say, man, I'm looking forward to your newest projects. But most of all, stay safe out there in California, brother, and we most definitely shall talk soon.
And man, you stay safe out there in Canada too, bro. Most definitely. You already know, man. We tapped in with each other, man.
Hey, man, most definitely. I'll try my best, Mac. Thank you so much, man, and have yourself a great night.
You too, bro. Have yourself a great night too, bro.